My first memory was 7th class, I think. There was a very big argument between my mother and father, and it was not first letter I wrote to Swami was in 7th. I don't know, as a 7-year-old, I folded it. I prayed to Swami and threw from a window.
Aeroplane.
In our family, we were introduced to Swami through our grandmother, my mother's mother. She was very devoted to Swami since she came to know about Sathya Sai Baba living in Puttaparthi. So, and that time my grandfather was still in service with Indian Railways in Bilaspur. And what she did, she was having at that time 4 kids, my mother and 2 more sisters and 1 son. And she left everybody and then came to Parthi all alone. During those days, even when we didn't have proper connectivity and all you can think about all the difficulties of the travel itself and coming all the way alone. My grandfather was like any other person. He was not convinced that Sathya Sai Baba is God, and he doesn't believe in avatar coming in human form. He was against my grandmother's convictions, and he was dead against even Sathya Sai Baba. But he was okay to let her go. He gave pass. That is the first time she was coming. Railway pass. She came here. So somehow she managed here to have a darshan. She stayed here in Parthi. It's in those days. You can stay in the ashram. It's not fully formalized ashram, but they made mandir itself, some tents. She started living like that. But the day she had to return, she lost her pass. Losing pass means a very big thing actually, those days actually. And there's no other way you can communicate to my grandfather about telling that she lost the pass. And she didn't know. She was completely mad about what to do in that situation. So there was one darshan time where Swami was giving darshan. After darshan hours actually, there was some distribution happening or something happened. A lot of people were trying to take Padamaskar. So that time she made herself push everybody and go in front of Swami, and she was crying out to Swami, saying, "Swami, my railway pass, I lost the pass." So Swami said, okay, nothing will happen. And then that's the only first interaction she had, and then she was convinced that it will be taken care of. She approached the railway station, and then she, on paper only, I think they wrote and then gave it to her, and then that's how she went back. So those days it was feasible. Still, they gave the stamp from here, the station, and then she was able to go back. So she tried her best to get my second aunt, my mother's younger sister, to get enrolled into Anantapur campus, but somehow things didn't happen. Then she tried with the third daughter also, but that also didn't materialize for some reason. And meanwhile, she also convinced my grandfather that he should also come and serve Swami.
What's your grandmother's name?
Ramaratnam.
Okay. And your grandfather?
Ramalu, P. Ramalu. We were living in a thatched house. No electricity, no bathroom. My mother, ladies, it will be even more difficult, right? Going to the public toilet. And I still remember morning she gets up very early, 5 or something. Her first duty was to take that silver to carry water.
Bindi.
Aluminium, not steel. Aluminium, not silver. Aluminium, and she used to take along, along with her. I used to accompany her, being 4 or 5-year-old. That was my memory. It's not near. I still remember. It is at least 1.5 kilometers from home. You will get public point. She would fill that and she carry on her head. It's a tall one actually. Difficult to even balance. She used to carry it and bring home. Like that, 2 or 3 rounds she would do daily. So our situation was very bad economically. So there was no hope, I would say, for any. So my mother pushed my father to get a railway quarters. It's a railway quarters. It's a 2-room quarter actually. One room would be like little bigger than this, 10 by 8, like the 2 rooms and kitchen. So we were 8 of us staying there for almost like 10 years. So it is her push. We got all 4 into Kendriya Vidyalaya, and from there.
So you felt that after 10th, God knows what's going to happen.
8th class itself I felt, I didn't know what my future is, so I used to pray. I used to tell my mother, she would say, Swami will take care. Pray that Swami gives you seat. That is her thing to me. I still remember. And when I was in 8th class, then that time I came to know that it is going to be very difficult for my mother to make her kids study. Because I'm seeing what my elder brother, I would say, I would say she was more concerned about us. See, I can be open, and he was into alcohol. So he used to spend amount on this, on his addiction, I would say. And mother used to fight for us, and it was not a pleasant childhood, I would say. So so that's the reason she was all the more concerned about what would happen to all of us.
So she was bringing you up and supporting you almost by herself.
Every month the salary would come. Those days railway, they were giving the salary in cash, hard cash. So that whatever my father used to give, she would count, and then her expression would be, what can I do with this? How can I run? Full salary wouldn't come, and a lot of debts. So my father, I don't know, he's no more, but no complaints today. He was not hands-on father. He used to give all the responsibilities to my mother, and not much engaged with what is happening, what class we were studying, all that. So my mother was more worried about our well-being. So she, whatever she could, she struggled a lot. She tried her hands in railways. You can, railway uniforms. Okay, if you stitch a certain number of uniforms, you will get some amount. She tried all that, and she was not well educated. She didn't even complete her graduation to get another job, all that, even those days. So life was difficult. I cannot forget.
And amidst all of this, so Swami was just a photo of what he was feeling.
My first memory was 7th class, I think. There was a very big argument between my mother and father, and it was not they were having lot of fights because financially, and my father was always fighting. See, first letter I wrote to Swami was in 7th.
You wrote a letter directly?
I wrote. See, 7th class means I was going in KV. 7th
Kendriya Vidyalaya.
Kendriya Vidyalaya. So I was not very fluent in English, so I wrote my first letter in Hindi. Guess what I did with the letter? I don't know, as a 7-year-old, I folded it. I prayed to Swami and threw from a window.
Aeroplane. You had prayed for peace at home.
I wrote that my father should give up the addiction and he should take care of the family. That's what I wrote. And see, as a 7-year-old, I never imagined that letter could go to Swami.
7-year-old or 7th
Seventh grade.
Seventh
Seventh
grade.
grade. Yeah. So I wrote letter in Hindi and I threw it from my window, praying that Swami should read. I was so angry with the situation at home, and I didn't know what to do. I wrote entrance for MPC. I didn't know what commerce is and
Maths, physics, and chemistry.
chemistry. Yeah, I wrote entrance for that, and it seems I didn't do so well. Then my principal called me. She, being grandmother there, he knows my grandmother because she was doing service. He's told that they would give me commerce but not the MPC. I would say that's also blessing in from Swami only. The way it has happened.
I also joined in 11th, so we became classmates that time. You were, I think, in neighboring room B6 or something.
B7.
B7. I was B3. What I remember of you, 3 things. For example, one is Raghuram never spent even a rupee, because I remember we used to have punched cards, 50 rupees, because that's how it budgeted, and there would be some spendthrift students. No, there were spending students in our class who would come and purchase that card from you, because your quota of spending also they wanted to do. So that is one thing I remember. Raghuram used to be very, every rupee he'll think of, he'll wash his own clothes, he won't give it to the dhobi, and now I understand why, the background they're coming from. The other two things I remember about you is you being an excellent artist. You used to draw and you have made altars, huge cards, and that takes our breath away and has brought Swami smiles so many times. So what is that story and history? And the third thing I remember of you is, of course, you having so many dreams of Swami. And our class teacher, Ramon sir, he would tell, today one boy got a dream, and 20 to 30% of the time that boy used to be you only. So what is the story behind these two?
My first, I would tell about dreams first. My first dream of Swami was in 9th class actually. 8th class onwards, I made up my mind about studying in Swami's Institute somehow. Yeah. So 9th, I think 9th or 10th class only itself. Before I even applied for the application form, I got a dream. One day, I was standing in darshan line, and Swami gave me namaskar in the dream. And then I took Pad Namaskar, and Swami asked, Na institute lo chadutava?
Will you study in my institute?
Yeah. I said, yes, Swami. So that was my first thing. I was so happy after that dream. I got up immediately and told my mother. And after that, I never got any dream till I, got into Parthi in 11th. So once I was in 11th standard, I think almost every alternate day I used to get dreams. Swami talking to me and giving me something, some chocolate. He was maybe I felt that I wanted to share with someone, like how I did with as soon as I hear about Swami. And I used to look up to Ramon sir, being I'm new to the place, and he was the first teacher, Wing sir. I felt he was approachable, and
your mother must have felt very happy, right? Seeing you, how you were, and now you are so happy.
She is very happy. See, she got relieved as soon as I got into Swami's fold. Actually, she knew somehow that things would be different.
Oh, in her heart she knew it. Oh yeah, now that Raghu is in with Swami, I need not worry anymore.
Yes.
your dreams continued, and yeah, your art. Where did you pick up your art?
Yeah, again, I would say that my first art I still remember. I think when I was first standard, I think my mother, I learned it from my mother actually. She was helping us with all four. You were supposed to do a lot of projects, right, at school. So I think first standard or second standard we were supposed to do some artwork. Late night she was sitting with me and helped me complete one artwork. It came out very well actually. So that inspired me to take that art journey. So from school I started doing it, and I won a lot of prizes in school. But when I came here, and then I didn't know anything about this place, Parthi. Then I saw some of my seniors like Acharya and immediate in 12th. They were in 12th, we were in 11th. So they encouraged me a lot. They saw some of my thing I used to do, but so they encouraged me actually, saying that you should show this artwork to Swami. So first time when I showed was I drew Swami's hand creating vibhuti and then giving to others. It's just Swami's hand and a couple of hand. That I drew, and Ishwarama, Mother Ishwarama, I did it, a small one with a pen sketch. And I was sitting in Darshan line in Portico, and Swami was passing just before Darshan music started, and Swami came and he was passing through that side, and I got up. I was afraid though, because I don't know how Swami's reaction would be, something. I got up and then stood, and then Swami saw. That was the first time Swami seeing anything that I did in art. So Swami saw, looked at, he gave the gesture that it's good, and he asked me to do bigger ones. Chinchinu chestaventra, peddavi cheyyi ani annaru. So that was the first interaction I had on my art actually. So that gave me a lot of encouragement, and I did a couple of them. Again, Ishwarama, I tried a bigger one. That made me also be part of the art group, or the card room we call it, Parthi. And sir also gave me the liberty to do cards for every festival. Yeah. So that was again a blessing. So every festival for me to get an opportunity to sit in front. So I had very wonderful memories of getting blessings.
Any experiences you wish to share?
Yeah, one of them was, I think, 20th October. That is one of the memorable days, I would say, because every institute, for any occasion, all of us would do a card, and then we will sit, we will get blessings. This 20th October is still not a very formal celebration in Parthi.
Which year it was?
This was in our 12th. So I did one small card, and I was sitting alone. No one else was there. It was again just before the bhajans. Swami came into the portico. He was standing there alone, and we were all sitting, boys in third block, yeah. And I was sitting in front because I got the card. So they allow students to take the card. So I was sitting in front, and Swami called me up, and then I had the privilege to go and then show the card. It's about Avatar Declaration Day. I did a small sketch of Swami sitting in a typical pose, sitting cross-legged
on that rock.
Yeah. Manas Bajare thing. I think I did that, and then a lotus model card, and Swami looked at it. He read what was written in the card, and he was very happy and asked me to take namaskar. There were some constraints with I would say paying the amount, right? We were paying only the for food, that 6,000 per year. Education is free.
But it's still 6,000 per year.
6,000 per year. And buying some groceries, small things for your
book,
paste.
pencil, paste.
And that was also, so I never told this to Swami. Anytime that Swami, I'm not able to, or...
So even that 6,000 was a strain?
Yes.
The mess fees.
So I think once one of our classmates, he paid. I returned it, but that's the, I would say, the brotherhood of when I was in 10th class, I happened to go to Rajahmundry for one of the art exhibition. So there I saw wonderful depiction of Mother India through the saree of 3 colors. I vaguely, that imprinted in my mind. So the Swami made one comment actually. We don't think in those lines. The Bharat Mata is depicted in saree, right? And small part of the saree, Bharat Mata's waist is exposed. So Swami saw, Swami was coming in golf cart and he stood there for some time. He looked at it and then he moved, and you know what has happened, right? He came and then sat. We did the drama. A lot of people were almost like 40 plus. After the drama, a lot of us had a lot of opportunity. I was never in front. Swami was speaking to some of us. Swami created, I think, 3 rings that day, 4 rings. Yeah. So a lot of things were happening. In that, Swami looks at me and then say, "Nuve chesava adi? Adi chair alagai koddu. Kanpinchko full ga kappali." That is what I could hear.
The sari should be covering fully.
Fully. That part should not be seen. So,
but you had never told him you have done that.
Exactly. So I was somewhere there. I'm never in front because lot of actors were getting interaction there, and we were sets boys. We were behind, and in that he was talking to many people. To me, he said this. He knew. No matter. So that made more conviction to me that no matter where you are, what you do, he still recognizes what you are doing actually. I would say that way Swami's blessings are multifold. Financially, no concerns at all. It's taken care. Swami blessed me to buy a house. So I bought that house for my mother actually in Vizag. That was my first house. So she's staying there along with my brother, and now Swami also blessed me to buy another house in a very good community. Again, that's Swami's blessing, to take that decision, that moment. If you wait, you will pay more. So I think Swami is blessing continuously, guiding me.
Fine, you feel that
yes,
your paper rocket reached Swami.
It is. I think more than financially, all that, maybe Swami doesn't care about those things. What we can do. Can we live a single day according to his thought? I think constantly that goes in my mind. When I say something wrong or not able to meet his expectation, I think that is important. That is important to be always, on that path. That is for our own good. Nothing. Swami gets nothing out of it.